Currently, many problems, ranging from corruption to rising sea levels, have created a world that has multiple pressing crises. More specifically, the problem stems and relates to one key problem that must first be addressed: lagging public infrastructure. There is a sharp contrast that a single street can have, and the New York subways remind me of America's lagging infrastructure, which has not only stood unchanged for decades, but is apparent in the rest of the world as well, which is only worsened by corruption. By addressing these key problems, the poly-crisis world can be fixed one step at a time. Currently, only a third of young people are optimistic about the future of our society, indicating a dire need for unprecedented interdisciplinary change and action. The Council on Foreign Relations estimated that there is an infrastructure investment gap of nearly $2.6 trillion this decade that, if unaddressed, could cost the United States $10 trillion in lost gross domestic product, GDP, by 2039. Next, public investment in U.S. infrastructure as a share of GDP has fallen by more than 40% since the 1960s. Furthermore, by 2030, irreversible damage will be done to the environment if we do not act fast. This situation needs to be turned around. With the United States facing a record-high debt ceiling and unprecedented problems, public infrastructure, misinformation, and food insecurity still permeate throughout society, which causes a net negative for everyone. For example, American subways are still far behind everyone else, and city infrastructure is decrepit. We are ranked 13th in the world in infrastructure. We rank higher in corruption compared to 26 other developed countries. Realizing this as a growing issue, the founder wishes to jumpstart action to ensure his project design matches current world expectations and reality. He was invited to UN ECOSOC Youth Forum Week in New York, where he learned about Ban Ki-moon's new projects and initiatives like the Your Future in Green Jobs program, built a team through meeting like-minded youth involved in the 17 UN SDGs, connected with youth leaders nationally as well as from the global south, to find out ways to expand the outreach of each other's SDG projects. To pave the way for a stronger foundation in public development, intergenerational and collective action is required, ready to make an impact. The founder and his team launched Ascend Agency with the belief that a better tomorrow starts with sound public development today, through its 7 A's of advancement of framework, which consists of the following elements: audience, understanding what demographics should be targeted and why both the company and the intended demographics benefit from the business; advantages, investigating what enables the company to stand out and beat the competition now and in the future; agents, researching the workers, representatives, and skill sets that need to be sought out for the company to operate and flourish; analytics, analyzing what is the reason certain business decisions should be made, and whether is there a pragmatic reason behind the choice; accountability, holding themselves to a moral standard that avoids creating or worsening issues that ultimately hurt people, profit, and the planet; ambition, realizing what it is that ultimately drives the company forward. That is, what is the business's overarching goal; assets, ascertaining what the business needs in items, time, etc., in order to continue to operate and move forward. Through video cast series and working directly with companies, the framework can be used to analyze the current problems in the status quo and make recommendations. Outcomes: Ascend Agency aims to work with different companies and on social media platforms to communicate our framework to the public. The first pilot will take place at UN World Oceans Day, where the founder will apply the 7 A's of Advancement framework to recommend sounder infrastructural development in coastal cities. In fact, according to the Center for American Progress, ocean-based infrastructure has the potential to provide up to 1/5 of the reductions in greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions needed globally to limit the world's temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius, which scientists say is necessary in order to lower the risks associated with climate change. Looking ahead, the organization seeks to engage 500 youth from 25 plus countries and localize 10 plus solutions over the next 3 years. Join us to co-design toward a better and brighter future in public development.
Introducing the third A of the 7 A's of advancement, with the goal of progressing both SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, as well as SDG 14, Life Below Water. So what's the third A of the 7 A's of advancement? It's agents, researching the workers, representatives, and skill sets that need to be sought out for the company to operate and flourish. But what does the best usage of the third A look like in the real world? The best example of a focus on the agents regarding sustainable infrastructure is Siemens, a German company founded in 1847 that focuses on industrial automation, energy, rail, and a variety of other energy industries. Just like all the companies so far in this video series, Siemens has a variety of sustainable initiatives, but they are one of the few companies that focus on their agents in particular. But how does Siemens serve as the perfect example of using the third A of the 7 A's of advancement? It's because on their homepage alone, they have a whole page dedicated to jobs and careers. On the Life Under Siemens page, the biggest requirement of a Siemens employee is for them to echo their focus on sustainability. This focus on this principle of sustainability means that their employee hiring is targeted to achieve one of Siemens' most notable claims to fame, which is more than 90% of Siemens businesses enables customers to achieve a positive sustainability impact. With this lofty reputation to uphold, this further circles back to agents because Siemens make a concerted effort to employees with the following talents: technical skills, renewable energy technology, energy management systems, building automation, sustainable materials, and circular economy principles. And they also look for soft skills, systems thinking, collaboration, stakeholder engagement, and change management. In fact, Siemens' focus on sustainability is so high that they've developed their own degree framework consisting of decarbonization, ethics, governance, resource efficiency, equity, and employability. Next, in order to further promote sustainability with their agents, they actively push their workers to submit articles and research into how to further promote the company's key initiatives. These articles range from 5 ideas on how industry can make a climate positive future happen to can globalization lead to more sustainable and equitable world. Furthermore, Siemens launched a new employer branding campaign in 2023 to position itself as an inclusive employer of choice because of its transformative shift to a sustainable technology company from just an energy company. This effort has gained external recognition, including listings as the most attractive employer in Forbes, Universum, and LinkedIn in 2023 alone. But this stretches far beyond sustainability, as a company with their employees under the rule of thumb of treating each of their employee as their very valuable asset. From supporting unions to giving each employee a share of the company's profit, they realize and know the value that their agents bring and how it drives their desire to a sustainable future forward. With this focus on agents in the 7 A's of advancement framework in general, Siemens can pursue their mission towards a sustainable future much quicker and easier than other companies that don't follow the 7 A's of advancement. But just like the past couple of episodes, that's not all, because Siemens also has a heavy focus on data and artificial intelligence. For example, Siemens developed the platform Seagreen to help develop companies to trace their product carbon footprint. According to Siemens, due to everly increasing stringent regulatory requirements, industrial companies are faced with the major challenge of seamlessly tracing their entire product carbon footprint. This can only be achieved through a continuous data exchange along the entire value chain. This requires digital solutions that all connected companies can trust. With this invaluable tool, companies can track their emissions far more accurately and find ways to reduce their emissions due to enhanced accuracy. By using data science, Siemens was able to help these companies that need to track their carbon footprint. Finally, on the note of sustainability combined with agents and data science, Siemens worked with the Swedish water company VASYD to help the company bring down its volume of non-revenue water from 10% to less than 8% by using mass quantities of data about water leaks to detect leaks as small as 0.5 liters per second. Each drop of water counts. So the work of Siemens in the field of data science and artificial intelligence has simply been groundbreaking, to the point where the rest of the Swedish municipalities have begun adopting Siemens and VASYD's technology. Siemens' emphasis on agents illustrates how an organization's personnel is a vital resource for promoting sustainability. Siemens is building a more sustainable future for itself, its client, and society at large by investing in the talents of its workforce, giving them the freedom to create and encouraging a culture of sustainability.